Alright. And my dice are being spilled out.
Uh-oh.
You hear that, boys? It's time to go to Mexico.
Oh, Mexico.
Hold down the spin
I've
downs.
never really been, but I sure like to know. Oh,
Tijuana. Is that all of them? No, there's two more in here. I know that much. Do. Yeah, there it is. I don't know why I don't just put these in a different bag. Oh well. Oh, and that one. And welcome. Today is our first game of the Bleach D20 system, Webs We Weave. I am the DM. You can refer to me as Ted. And these are the current players we have with us. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
Who wants to go first?
My real name is Luke. My character name's Reyner. I'm kind of the guy that reads the books.
Far too much.
Maybe not as much as the DM, but
Probably
I
more.
try.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I will be playing the part of Noctis Reinhardt. And I'm the chilled, laid-back one that really likes to play D&D.
Chill, he says.
Well, my name's Steven. I will be playing Virgil Nordstrom. And I've got really nothing special here. I just like hanging out with friends and playing the dice.
We do have one more player, but at the current moment, they will not be joining us due to prior existing, whatever the term is,
Complications.
obligations. Obligations, that's the word. And they will be introduced when they finally make it around and we get everything on their character straightened out. So, in the meantime, welcome to Webs We Weave, a cyberpunk game set using the Bleach D20 Classless system as is found on their website. This game is going to be one about, well, starting off will be about survival and having these characters make their way through this horrible world, which is very much segmented based on the class and what you're born into. Very much a caste system. And as we open, we find ourselves in the smoke-choked lower districts of District 72 in the city. Oh, city. That would be this guy and this one.
Don't die.
No, die.
No
It'll
problem.
make good views. Local idiot dies on thing.
Not to mention character death session 0.
Booyah!
What?
Great clickbait title.
Character dies without even getting any damage across. It's a wonder how the guy still lived.
Simple, he didn't.
Yes, he was eaten much before the game started, thus causing him to re-roll character in the middle of session 0. Tragic. But
God, that would suck.
that would be horrible. That would mean the DM was just out to get you that day.
Yeah.
Give it like 5 sessions.
Back on topic though. We open up in the smoke-choked ruins, or smoke-choked sub-city of this super city, New Meric, in the 72nd district. A horrible, low-quality, low life standard, low survivability portion of the city. The various fumes and gases and wastes from the higher districts are all funneled down into these poor outer districts of the super city, New Meric. We start off with 3 individuals wandering the streets just outside of a local tavern of the 72nd district. A drunken duck. I need all 3 of you. Would you please give me some perception checks as you begin the session wandering around?
Yep, give me one.
Mm-hmm.
First dice roll.
And it's a perception check. Well,
Oh,
spot
fun.
check.
And this is before no one took spot as a skill.
That just makes things that much funner.
I know, right?
Because you're all going to die. Horrible, horrible death.
Alright, I got a 16 on my roll.
16?
16? 15 here.
15.
15.
Alright. So, Luke, you had a 16.
Yes.
You're currently stepping out of the Drunken Duck. And it isn't too long after you feel a prickle on the back of your neck, and you kind of glance back, and you see what appears to be a normal person walking about 40 feet back from you, though he does seem to be eyeballing you as you look, and with your glance back, you see he notices and quickly looks away, trying to look very much like he's trying to blend in.
Okay. Was I heading back to Jeb's?
You were just coming out of the Drunken Duck for no particular reason. What you were doing is up to you.
Okay.
Now, the other 2. You see a gentleman step out of the local tavern bar establishment, and you see a particular particular entity following after him, and he's definitely following after him from what you guys see. However, in that time, you do notice that standing somewhat, maybe about 30 to 40 feet beyond where you guys currently are in position, or in relativeness to the Drunken Duck, you see 2 more individuals that seem to be kind of eyeing you up. What would you guys like to do?
So, just for clarification, we have one individual following after
Someone who
the
just came out of the
individual.
duck.
Okay. And then for me, because I don't really notice Kyle's character, I have somebody looking at me like fucking deadpanning me, right?
Not so much deadpanning as much as is the best way to describe it is what a predator would do, or stalking. There's the word, stalking you. That's the best term for it.
And same 2 cents happens for me, right?
Yes.
I feel like I'm just being stalked by this person.
Yes. You can be walking down the street, whatever. It doesn't really matter. What is important at the current moment in this situation is that there is somebody following you.
I'm gonna head off down towards one of the alleys. Not the specific one that the first individual's going, but close.
So, as you begin your trek down the alley, as you find yourself getting close to one of the intersections of these rather dismal alleys, you see two individuals beginning to basically mounted up on either side of the alleyway. One to your right and one to the north, one to the east. And they seem to be kind of blocking the alleyway.
After I'm already in it, so they're blocking my escape, correct?
Yes, and the one who's been stalking you is definitely behind you. Behind you. He's keeping a good distance, but he's definitely there.
Is there scaffolding or anything that can be climbed up?
Nothing that you could climb up easily. You could give me a climb check if you want to try to get up, but you're not seeing a whole lot that you could actually climb up.
Yeah, if there's like a drainage or something that can just get me higher, then I'm gonna make.
Alright. Go ahead and give me a climb check.
That's a 23.
So,
I got a 19 plus 4.
so you go to start trying to find something to climb, and you find a makeshift, not makeshift, but you find a really old-looking gutter that's kind of traveling up the side of the spire, deep into the darkness above, as the city itself is completely encased in a dome that blocks out sunlight, rain, the escape of toxic fumes, and just the sheer size of these skyscrapers holding up the dome are beyond imagination. You begin to climb up the pipe, and you get about maybe 20 feet up before you hear what sounds like crunching of metal, and then you hear a bending followed by a sheer. As you look up, you see the pipe where, right as you're about to put your hand on, begins to start bending, bowing you out over the alleyway.
I don't like this.
You are currently holding on, but for dear life. Cut over to you, Kyle.
Well, I've had quote unquote experience with this style of movement and trying to follow without being seen. So I'm going to do everything in my power to basically attempt to lose him in any crowds that are on the street.
All right. So, give me a. What's the correct skill here?
I was thinking either hide or maybe even probably hide. Unless you got something better.
Give me a streetwise.
It's only 10.
All right, so you start dipping in and out through as the crowds as best you can, trying to get away from this gentleman who has been up to this point following you. And
I'm trying to make a beeline for Percival's.
you're making your way, but as you think you lose him in the crowd, you stop to catch your breath. You start looking around, and you see him not too far off. He doesn't seem to be getting any closer, but he doesn't seem to be looking for you. It definitely seems like he knew where you're going. So, in your quick thinking, you decide to dart through an alleyway. And as you start making your way through it, the gentleman comes to the end of the alleyway, and you make it to a intersection where to your left and straight ahead of you is blocked off by two individuals. And give me a listen check.
see. I love that this new character sheet has them in alphabetical order. Six.
6. So
Wow.
you hear just the heavy breathing of your own body mixed in with the echo of the ever-crowded city. Stephen.
Yep.
As the pipe bends out and you start dangling above the ground, you see coming from your west, you see a individual coming down the alleyway. He seems to be roughly in his 20s, and he stops underneath where you roughly are. He seems, and you see another gentleman kind of blocking the path behind him.
And at this point, me being in a cornered area, I'm going into my martial stance. I'm getting ready to.
This is before
Throw down
that.
here.
This is before that. Steven,
Okay.
you're currently dangling. What you gonna do? You're about 25 feet up.
25 feet up. I have nowhere to jump to, right?
Safely? No. There's nothing further that you could get to. However, give me an intelligence check.
Dope. That's a 16.
It looks to be that you could let go of the pipe and fall on this guy who just came running down the alleyway and not suffer any catastrophic breaks or anything.
Can I shimmy my way back and just slide down?
Give me a
Tumble. If he's gonna fall off, is
Well,
he gonna try to reduce the fall?
that would be that'd be if he fails the whatever he's going to do for the shimmy.
Sorry, carry on, DM.
No, that's a fair assessment. It's going to be, just give me a dex check.
Well, 14. Hey.
14. So you get to roughly about the side of the building and start sliding down, but you're not able to get away without the pipe breaking from your weight being on it, and you send the pipe tumbling down. As you see this new gentleman starting to draw what looks to be a rather...
I have nothing. It's my fist, dude.
Yeah, he's okay. So he's pulling out his fists.
Can I go ahead and give me one? I gotta make sure I got the right.
However, if a pipe does hit the ground,
Can I use 3 Sacred Link shields to block the pipe from hitting him and me? Since I'm in this.
Well,
Can I basically?
it's going
can I
to
basically-
bypass you.
Okay.
Give me another dex check.
I also didn't realize, Kyle, that you were proficient in street pipe.
12.
12? All right.
quote unquote sword.
So you send out your little spirits, and you manage to knock the pipe off course. It clatters to the ground just as you see this new guy raising his fists to about eye level, getting into a stance as if he's ready to fight. Kyle,
Yeah.
you see this pipe clatter the ground as you get your fists ready.
Well, better than nothing. I'll reach down and I'll grab it.
All right, so you have one pipe. It deals a
Yeah.
D4 bludgeoning damage.
Dope.
And from that, we will cut away to Luke.
So let me get this straight. I rolled the perception check. I know the guy's falling. All right.
Yes.
And it's one individual.
Yes.
Can I roll Can I roll a streetwise to identify if there's any prominent gangs in the area, or is this just like a common household thug?
Give me a knowledge streets. Not a streetwise, but a knowledge street.
I'd have to incorporate that into the character sheet. All right.
In these instances, it's just going to be a knowledge check.
Right. It's just a knowledge check. I understand.
Now, to backpedal a minute or two, our Stephen sent out some spirits in order to block the pipe.
Correct.
Since the system is based off the Bleach IP, this is similar to the ability that Orihime would possess in the show. In this world, these what would be seen would be these two small little darts that would come flying off of whatever his item is, causing the shield to appear and knocking the pipe in this scenario out of trajectory. They do not have a physical manifestation. It is simply just a
Mana.
not even that. It's simply just a manifestation of energy. So yes, it would be close to the mana system, or to mana, which would in the original IP be known as Reishi or Ryatsu, however you want to say it. But in this scenario, it's just pure energy. All right, Luke, back to you.
I mean, does he get to kind of make his own little interpretation of what it looks like other than the darts?
I mean, yes, but in this instance, he was just using the general term shield, so we're just going to leave it at that. Next time, he can identify it further.
Okay, fair enough. So my knowledge streets, with a 7, that's a 23.
23? So,
Yeah.
to your recollection, since this is the... I almost said 73 again. The 72nd District, gang activity is rather high, but looking for any identifying marks on these on this gentleman is betraying nothing.
Okay, and it would be safe to say that where there's one, there's probably like a group of them, right?
Make me a perception check.
Well, I don't see anything.
A 1?
No, I got a 4 in total.
So, you start looking around. You're looking around as you're quickly making your way through the streets, and there's a lot of foot traffic at the current moment.
Fair. This is. I did come from the Duck, and I was heading out, and there's always traffic. Duck's probably one of the more populated areas around in this area. So,
to put it into context wise, you're looking at something along the routes or along the realms of Times Square.
mm-hmm.
That's how busy it is.
I mean, this is also a super populated area.
Yes and no. Most of the people that you would see out here are not going to be willing to want to be out here as much as you'd think, just because of the poisonous nature of the air.
All right. Now, I might be going back to that streetwise, but with that streetwise, just for context of the world, is it? If I was to say go out and like start clocking some fools, I'm assuming I can't just do that out in the open, right? Like, I'm assuming if I do that and a police officer shows up, he just takes me and throws me in the slammer,
Well,
if there is one.
roll another knowledge check. Give me knowledge. Give me a knowledge based on your on the location.
So, knowledge, local history.
That would work.
Well, the dice are kind of consistent. That's a 11.
Better or worse than last time?
I rolled a 4 on the die.
I'm not talking about the roll. I'm talking about game-wise. Are we talking Kenji level, or are we talking...
We're talking... The first roll it rolled was a 16, and it hasn't rolled a 1 yet. Knock on wood. So, it's been doing better. I just haven't been actually rolling I haven't rolled my dice properly. I've been kind of hitting my mouse pad. Regardless, I rolled a 4, plus 7, it's 11 on my local lore history.
Alright. So, you come to the conclusion that, yes, you would get into trouble, substantial trouble, if you just were to outright, with no provocation, attack
Clock a dude.
Yeah, clock a dude in the middle of the street.
Yeah. So I think my best course of action is to go down an alleyway. I've done this song and dance has happened before. You're expected down this district, and then you go down an alleyway, and then you fight and then you just hunker down and you get ready for some beating up. Beating up or beating them up. So
Alright. So
don't have much to give, though.
So you make your way down an alleyway. Make a perception check. Well, spot check. To be fair to whoever is actually listening,
confusion.
yes, I have confusion because on
10.
Mondays I DM a 5e game on Fridays I used to DM another D20 system. I now play in a D20 system on Friday and DM this one on Saturdays.
Okay. So
I have a very busy schedule. Back to the roll.
Wow.
we all understand.
Way to date the
I
video.
rolled a 10 on a spot check.
All right, so you hear a clattering, and that's about it. You make your way down this alleyway, and you find yourself coming to the intersection where you see what appears to be a gentleman yanking a pipe off the ground, a small child sliding down a pipe that's from about 25 feet up, and you see about 3 other individuals.
Oh god. Yeah, oh god. I was hoping this didn't happen today. Alright. So I kind of just roll my shoulders a little bit. I'm just going to assume at this point the guys follow me down the alleyway.
So,
And-
as you double back to look, you see there's about 4 people behind you. 2 of which look panicked. One of them looks like the guy that's been following you. Which is weird, because you don't remember seeing these 2 other people seeing them come down. You remember that guy being right behind you.
So 2 people look panicked, or
Yes.
just
And as you kind of mount up as you get closer to these 2 other individuals, you see coming down from from the west side from where you're seeing, you see about another 3 people who also look panicked. And you see another strange sight, another man. Give me a perception check, or a spot check.
just myself, or
Just
does
you.
this include? Alright. God, that's a cock die. Sorry. Okay. That's a 15.
15?
Yes.
That looks like the same guy that's been following you. In fact, all of these guys look like the same guy.
Spooky.
So,
Can I?
now that the group is, and now that all three of these characters are in the same spot, give me a insight check real quick, or not an insight check,
Sense
a
motive.
investigation check.
Investigation. Ooh. My investigate check was a 26.
Is that for just Luke or for all of us?
For all of you.
No, that was for all of you.
6. Consistently terrible.
Dirty 20.
Alright, so Kyle, you're more concerned with the fact that
I'm about to get jumped.
you're about to get jumped and you have the potential to beat the shit out of somebody pretty effectively. Happy day.
Yeah.
Steven, as Virgil lands on the ground and regains his bearings, getting himself ready for whatever's about to happen, he notices that all of these individuals that are standing guard and coming down the alleyway are all the same person. Much along the ways of Luke's character, Reyner.
Reyner.
I'm always going to say it Reyner because that's how I see it.
Alright.
It's Reyner, I know, but I see an I in it for some reason.
So, all of these are the same individual.
Yes.
Yes. I am going to step forward and go, so, gentlemen, what can I do to help? And just wait for a response because, like, this is creepy as shit.
So, as the last 5 people are herded into this small intersection, this gentleman, this stranger, blocks off all the paths out. And there's a presence that you begin to feel, and some of these people that are beginning to kind of take shelter behind the gentleman wielding the pipe, because he kind of looks like he knows what he's doing. All of them and all of you feel it. A presence, a very dark presence. Make perception checks.
Spot checks.
That's
Do you even have to ask? Wow.
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 Wow. 14. Wow.
I am really getting into this fighting zone right now. I got 1.
Wow.
Rip.
I got a 17 plus 4,
So
I have a total of 4.
you're
Not that it matters.
you're more concerned with this person who's standing behind you, who's trying to use you as a human shield currently to really take notice of it. But Luke and Steven, you notice that from their bodies, you see what appears to be a thin strand of mana coming from them, filtering up into a unseen object high above you. And at this point, you actually start to hear it. A crunching, a scuttling, a unusual sound you would not hear in the city unless you were in an area with rodents of unusual size or insects of unusual size.
We don't go in the sewers.
Yes, you don't go in the sewers for a reason.
The fire sewers.
Yeah, everything's on fire. There's giant rodents. It's hell. It's literally hell.
I mean, we just get some giant turtles and we got the giant teenage ninja.
And the sharks, street sharks.
And copyright.
And now we're gone. So you look up, or at least Virgil and Reyner look up, and you see a large being with a strange makeshift face covering it. It, from what you guys know this as, is a Voidbringer. And it looks very hungry, as you see its mouth agape. Small droplets of saliva beginning to fall out of its mouth.
Oh no.
Roll initiative.
I do have this question. Are we going to describe our characters to everyone else? Or is that...
Well, once
At
things
some
have
point-
settled down, yes.
Okay, fair enough.
You know,
When you're
not
not
dying comes
We're
first.
not. We're trying to eat. We don't want to get eaten.
yeah.
Not dying comes first.
17.
I have an 11.
I got a 20.
I thought you were about to say a -6.
It's coming. Don't you worry. Oh Lord, he coming.
Well, I mean, it's good because everyone's going before the Voidbringer.
But I'm going last before the Voidbringer.
No. No.
Oh. Okay.
It rolled super fucking shitty.
Well, I mean, I'm the out of the three of us, I'm the last one.
Yeah, so it's you guys' first.
I'm looking up a feat really quick. Ugh. Pardon me, lovely audience. How are you doing today?
Okay, let's see, what is that action type?
I mean, I still don't have any point of reference because it hasn't been pointed out to me. So
No,
I'm
you're
just gonna...
you're fighting these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 six
Yeah.
older looking
But I also-
gentlemen.
But I also know they get to throw the first punch. Because then I can claim self-defense.
So, I am going to roll a concentration check. I'm basically taking a deep breath and channeling the training that I've had over my less than stellar life to activate Chi.
Alright.
So let me double check what my concentration.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're all in like gas masks, so
Filters, not gas masks. It's more along the lines of covering your nose and mouth, not necessarily your eyes or your ears or your face.
Okay, so really quick, fucking nat 20 on this. I got a 34.
Alright.
So I have activated change of the source, and it's changed to charisma.
Alright.
And then I am going to basically manifest my attacker, which I will give you a better description here in a little bit, and basically aim it right at the mouth as it opens up and fire.
Alright. So, in this scenario, it will be making our attacker will be making an attack roll, and the defender will be making a defense roll. If the defense roll is a nat 20, the attack will not occur. If the attacker rolls a nat 20, the attack will occur even if the attacker rolls a nat 20 as well.
defender wins in this scenario.
No loop. D20, the attacker wins.
One other thing, it is a range touch attack, and my barrier is currently down, so I'm doing full damage.
Alright. Let's see. Sheet.
total, I got a 23.
23. Yeah, you're definitely gonna hit. You're gonna make the attack.
Okay, so I'm throwing +4 at it and 3d6 for the attack.
All right. Remember, your damage cap is your health.
Yeah. 16 in total.
16.
Correct.
16. All right.
That's going to be it for my turn.
All right.
Unless Kyle wants to go first, I'll go last. Even if
No, I remember. I kind of got.
He's
Fair.
focused.
fair.
Yeah. I kind of got miffed.
So if I wanted to make a spellcraft check, would that be my action for the turn?
What are you trying to do?
So you said that there were a bunch of tendrils coming off not the duplicates, but these people that were screaming.
No, the gentleman guarding the ways.
The gentleman. Okay. I thought it was the people that were screaming and terrified.
People who are screaming and terrified are people who are screaming and terrified. The fact that there were people following them, and now they're kind of blocking their paths, and general freaking the fuck out. Oh, we're gonna have to put a caution label at the front of this because I cuss too much.
Same here.
Oh,
New expression is advised.
if you have baby ears, maybe you should be watching something else, like Barney.
Rude.
Please support the official release.
Most definitely
Also-
support the official release. Unless
Also, please support the official release of that Tight Kubo and Shonen Jump pad for Bleach, as well as the creators of the Bleach D20 Classless system.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. Plug away. So, this is combat. I'm almost assured that this is stuff. I feel as though, something about to eat me is justifying enough. So, what I'm gonna do... Let me pull out my feats really quick. Okay, so... I'm going to release my Void Hunter weapon, my unique Void Hunter weapon.
all right. If you'd like to describe what happens, now is the chance.
Okay, so you see the man that looks fairly tall, maybe like wearing some boots, kind of like flex his arm, kind of like swing his arms, cross them, and then you see around his knuckles, like there's a flash, and around his knuckles there are these knuckle dusters that kind of wrap around the knuckle that have these points on them, and the points seem to make like a cross along the edge of the knuckle and above, and runs up, and I'm assuming the individual is up on the ceiling, right?
The Voidbringer itself is suspended over the alleyway right now.
Okay. I'm assuming I'm within striking distance of one of these.
The gentleman?
The gentleman. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
If not, a movement action can take care of that.
Okay. If I would like to move up to one of these gentlemen and strike them, because I believe that the two people were next to them, like screaming. I don't think they made it to me.
All of the as I'm going to refer to them, all of the commoners are with you guys currently.
Okay.
They made it to within distance of all of you.
So there's 2 from where I am, and I think there's 3 where man with pipe is, and then there's the big weird Voidbringer.
In context, you're in a T intersection.
Yes.
To the north, there's 2. To the east, there's 2. To the west, there's 1. And to the... south, there's 1. To the west, there's 1.
Okay. I'm going to go to one of the areas where there's two, and I'm just gonna punch one of them.
All right. So you make it to make you in your
Make it to one of the intersections with two individuals. I'm gonna try to punch one of them.
you take that 5-foot step to get into engaged with them.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. 17 on the die plus weapon attack, unarmed attack of 7, so 24 to hit.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that's going to hit.
Okay. So my base weapon attack is 3d6 plus dexterity. Okay. Dexterity plus, that's 14 damage.
So 14 damage. You take that 5-foot step and you throw all your weight into your knuckle dusters. Bring it to bear into this gentleman, and you feel it connect. And you continue to extend your arm as you veritably punch a hole through this poor gentleman's chest. But whereas you would see blood or viscera or oil if it was a machine of some kind, you see nothing as the body simply just collapses to dust and disappears.
That's a first.
Oh God, it's Roz again.
I'm working on the accent. It's not gonna be wrong.
Take your time, Luke.
So
This is only session 0, guys.
yeah, so I saw this kid behind me fire straight up into the air, and this dude to the, I guess my west, right? Go up and punch one of these dudes?
At this instance, all of you have the same context of bearings, so demand your right.
Okay, so my right. Gotcha.
Just punched a dude into dust.
Punched him into dust. I saw this younger man behind me shoot straight up. I look up.
By the way, you heard me say, "Oh, this isn't good."
Yeah.
And
So I look up.
You see this large, demonic-looking spider starting to crawl down these buildings.
Oh, well, that's convenient. And I'm gonna hurl a key blast right at its face.
Alright, Mana Blast.
Oh, mana blast.
Yes,
Sorry,
we
I
have
didn't read that one.
We have to get into the habit of doing that. Copyright
read
issues.
Think
I didn't read that part. I'm sorry. I read the earlier copy of the book.
God damn it, Kyle! We don't have the budget to file all these lawsuits.
Support the official release.
So sue me.
Don't tell him that!
No, the dice are doing a great job of that. That's a natural one.
Alright, so you spend your mana, make sure the expenditure is times 10.
Yep.
You blast your mana up into the air. And
That was my one.
whereas you're hoping to hit it, the shot goes wide, striking one of the buildings.
My cabbages.
Not yet. Not yet, thankfully.
Well, shit.
But the problem is, you guys begin to hear what it sounds like alarms beginning to go off.
I can't. I gotta go.
Oh shit, no!
So it's the police.
The MPs are on their way.
I can't go back. I can't go back.
Alright. So, that brings us to the commoners who took their turn at the beginning of combat to get closer to you guys. So, it is now the Voidbringer's turn. The main creature begins crawling down to get within attacking range of the three of you. It makes one attack against each of you.
Yeah.
Go down.
Alright.
I know how
Where'd-
this is gonna go for me.
We're jumping straight into it. Alright, dope.
No, not ranged.
So
I got a 17 for mine.
17.
Yep.
All right, that's gonna make it. Luke.
So that's a 15 on my bluff check.
Okay.
Roll the damage.
What are we up to? We're up to, yeah. That's going to be 10 points of damage.
Okay. So you hear the character just go like, "Ah, damn! God damn it!" Kind of shout.
And one at you, Kyle.
I got a 12.
Total?
Yeah.
So that's another hit.
I'm gonna get riggedy wrecked.
Did y'all never play dodgeball? Like,
Apparently not. Dude, this is hating me tonight.
It's going to be 11 damage for you. Now,
Like, I'm getting consistently shafted.
Maybe you need to get better dice.
Possibly.
let's see. What was your bluff check, Luke?
It was a 15.
So 15. So it feels like the creature makes its acknowledgement. It feels like it hurts you the most. I need you to make a reflex save.
All right. Time to roll for my life. That's a 9.
So, as the claw from one of its legs strikes you, you feel it grab you. It starts pulling you up off the ground as it
Okay.
starts to move up into the back up towards the roofing of the building or of the
Did
dome.
I take any damage from that?
No, this was part of the attack.
Okay.
Can I make an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you can, as it's moving out of your threat range.
Because that would be real nice. I'm gonna punch it.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, I probably actually hit it. I got a 24 total.
That will hit it.
You're already
Yeah.
sounding like me when in the last game. I'm so proud of you.
sad.
All right. What's the damage, Daddy-O?
3.
You did it a boop.
I mean, yeah.
You might have did it a boot, but you're doing me a concern.
It doesn't. It doesn't stop it from dragging the gentleman with the knuckle dusters up into the air.
Yeah.
Is it still within line of sight for me to shoot? When it comes back to
Yes, it is only 15 feet up. So that means Luke is only 15 feet in the air. So, as the Voidbringer makes its movements, these gentlemen who all look very very similar, who are not tall but not short, and wearing
But just right.
what would best be described as biker jackets, make a step forward, trying to drive all of these potential prey items closer together. So the area which you now have to work in is much smaller.
I'm gonna turn to the person that did a weird energy thingy, and then try to punch the spider. The only other combatant right now on the ground, and go, "Hey, can you deal with those? I'm gonna try and mess."
You may have
I'll
to
do
say
my
that
best.
one. All right.
So,
I said you may
I'll
have
do
to say
my-
that one again.
Can you deal with them? I'm gonna try and deal with.
Sounds good to me. Kind of out of my range at this point.
How did I end up like this? Let's get this done.
Yeah, you're saying that, and I'm the one in its jaws.
Claws.
Whatever, God.
It's not my fault you can't dodge, man.
Top of the round.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot it.
Alright. Jeez.
24.
Yep, that hits.
Dope. 12 damage. So, for right now, since I don't have any theme to it, because I haven't picked that feat up yet, you're just going to see a manifestation of energy basically appear right before the creature as an orb, and then it's going to fire into a blast straight through. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Power concentrates and fires into a blast that strikes the spider demon thing. Hopefully, it's super effective.
And my my personal barrier is still down. That way, I'm doing full damage.
So let's see. That should be that way. All right. So you let off some pretty decent shots at it, and it. Let's see if it drops. Reyner. Luke, make a escape artist check.
What if I want to stay and have a bit easier time to punch the thing?
I mean, you could make a strength check to make sure it holds on to you. Then.
That's a 13 strength check.
All right, so you instead of it having a hold of you, you grab a hold of it. You're not grappling it, but you're now holding on to it. You're up.
Alright, so it's no longer grappled, which would have been good to throw an attack against it, but since I'm on it, I'm gonna punch it.
All right.
With my dusters. Or attempt to.
So hanging from its arm, you go out, or hanging from one of its 8 gangly limbs, you go out for the attack. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's rolling like shit on everything.
I do have a question for unarmed strike. In this system, I forgot the rules. I forgot what one of the rules. Can you can use strength for damage for unarmed strike, right?
It is only strength.
It is only strength. Well, I had 1 damage off the last punch. I did that vaporized that one thing. Okay, that's a cock die. Okay. So that's 12 damage. As I just like wham, I take my fist as it loses its grip on me. I smash into its side.
All right. So looks like its armor is kind of starting to chip, but otherwise it looks pretty intact still.
All right.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
that's my turn. Like, I don't really have a movement action because I'm in the air. I'm basically just punching this thing until...
Well, you expend your movement action to maintain a grip on it.
Right.
So, that leaves us with Noctis.
Yep. I'm gonna move up to one of the gentlemen that's advancing on us. I'm gonna deck him right in the schnoz.
Deck that SOB.
God, 11.
Hits.
No, I'm. Oh. Okay.
You think you're having a rough time? This poor Voidbringer is having
Whoa!
much worse of a time.
8 points of damage. I
So-
maxed the dice out.
Which direction did you take the step to get to?
North.
All right,
So straight in front of me.
So you take the 5-foot step to get to the two, or what was two gentlemen to the north, as you
Yeah.
obliterate one with a solid punch straight to the chest. It doesn't seem like these are real people.
Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that.
Is that racist?
I'm not putting anything in the racist jar, if that's what you're asking.
Are
We're already going so deep into the PG, the not PG stuff. So we might as well go all the way.
You heard it here first, folks.
In other news,
In other news, man is being carried by a
In other
giant demon
news,
spider. Burn the
that's
entire
the
city.
end of my turn.
alright, so brings us to the commoners who are freaking the fuck out. One of them gets it through their head to try to make an attempt to leave, and pushes by.
Go, Commoner Phil.
Oh god. It's gonna be another one of those NPCs.
Alright, Phil is now the running joke. Let's go.
Alright, that leaves 4 of them in your guys' care right now. The gentlemen approach or continue to hold you guys in place. One of the ones makes an attack at you, Noctis.
Alright. $14. My defense.
Yeah, no, it fails. This poor spider. Alright, 3 attacks on Reyner.
Alright. I mean, they're all coming to me, so I might as well try a defense roll this time.
First roll.
So I rolled a nat 20, but in total it's a 17.
I mean, net 20 still happens. And
Next two.
let's see. Give me a second. It takes 2 points of damage as its attack is met with the net 20 of defense. Next attack.
Next attack. Alright, that's an 11.
Alright, that's going to be a hit. That's going to be 10 damage.
Okay.
And third attack.
Third attack. That's a 9.
It's going to be... It's going to be 13 damage on that one.
Okay.
I need you to make 3
Reflex saves.
reflexes, yeah.
Alright. Well, I got a 2 on 1, so
the first one, he manages to not get. Next one.
I get a 9 on the second one.
Second one, he manages to grab you with one of his claws and pulls you into a grapple.
Okay. And do I need to make the other one for the grapple?
Nah.
Yeah.
Second one hit, you got grappled.
Fair.
It's an effect of his claws.
That's why I figured.
Alright, so that brings us to top of the round.
All right.
So I'm.
So-
Go
Did it
ahead.
move? Did it move into range and then back out again?
No.
Is that what happened? Okay.
No, basically what happened is that Steven's character tried to knock me out. And I was like, nah, I'm staying on this thing.
Well,
I'm riding this train dead or alive.
Oh, I don't like this at all. So I've got a weirdo with a knuckle duster punching this thing, hanging on for dear life. How's it looking?
at the current moment, its carapace is chipped, the mask is damaged.
Can I make an attempt to shoot the mask?
Sure.
What's my negatives going to be for that?
I think that's a called shot, so -5.
-10 because it's a called shot to the head.
Okay. If it was a called shot to like the leg, it'd be -5.
Yeah.
Not bad.
There
But
is a
we'll,
feat for called shot to head. It's called headshot.
Yeah, but
No,
I
it
can't. I
takes-
can't. I can't take the headshot then, right? Because I can't call a shot to the
You can make the called shot. It's just at a -10 instead of -5.
Okay. Yeah, let's try it this way. 18.
18. Let me roll his defense. I think this might actually be the first time he manages to succeed a defense. Nope.
All right then.
Rip.
Alrighty then.
He is having such a shitty time.
So basically, the sphere appears right in front of the mask or the head, and basically fires. Is it just it's a normal damage roll?
Yeah.
We're gonna get 17 damage.
That has 1/5 the total maximum. I need to do a quick check of math real quick on this. Or no, that's divided by. How much damage was it?
17.
All right. So you take your bolt, your bolt, and you see its head as it rears back from one of the punches from Reyner. It, of course, its body is still angled down towards you guys as it's crawling its way back up, but it's kind of rearing back the best it can, and you just decide that it's going to be for the best to aim for the head. You let fly your mana bolt, and it completely decimates the head. It completely severs it. The head goes flying further, a few feet further up, as the body, not knowing that it's been beheaded, kind of wavers for a moment before it comes crashing to the ground. I need everyone to make reflex saves.
Everyone, jump!
Luke, make
Can I
yours
do
at a
my-
-8.
Can I
Yeah,
do my best to attempt to catch the guy who's falling?
Yes, Luke, make yours at a normal attempt now.
Are you sure you want to try to catch the guy that's like 6'5"?
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
well,
I
it's
got
only -5. That's a 2
Oh, is it at -5?
for me.
For him.
Oh, yeah. 18.
18. So you dart out of the way, grabbing a couple of the commoners, knocking them out of the way in the process.
10.
And you two are flattened underneath this beast. And let me check the last two of the commoners. Yeah, they're underneath it too.
God damn it.
But you saved 3 of them.
You're gonna say no.
Did the ones that are crushed? Actually, no. I'm underneath this thing.
I'm checking to see if they died now.
Yeah, like Did I take fall? Wait, it was only 15 feet. I didn't take fall damage, did I?
You will take fall damage,
Okay.
but yeah, it's only gonna be 1d6, not 3. Good news is everyone here only takes 1 point of damage. It does cut through DR and DM,
Okay.
as this is, falling.
As falling damage does.
Yeah. But everyone kind of crawls out of it alive, and as you guys look around, those...
I'm helping out as much as I can get people out. I'm lifting up parts of the beast and ushering people out.
Alright.
Question, do I hear sirens still?
Yes. As this is turn 5.
Okay, so if the people seem to be like getting out, I'm going to try to amscray.
Alright. So as you guys get back, get yourself reorientated.
I also deactivate the stuff.
Alright.
Ted, what happened to the not so human?
That's what I was trying to say, but people keep cutting me off. Looking at you, Luke.
Sorry.
So, as you guys get reorientated, you start looking around before taking note of where the sirens are and freaking the fuck out about it. You notice that all 4 of the remaining individuals have turned to dust and have wafted off, leaving all paths open.
What about the big spider body? Is it still there, or is it slow?
It's still here, and as the body begins to finally disintegrate, as all spiritual beings are prone to do, the mask it was wearing clatters to the ground, completely intact.
Can I go scoop it up?
Yeah.
I would like.
You quickly scoop it up and get ready to amscray like the rest of everyone else.
Is it alright if I do a hide and move silently to try and avoid any?
So, go ahead.
So the hide check is going to be 15.
15.
Move silently is only a 10.
Alright. So, you get down low and you do your best and you start making your way out and as well as the rest of you do. You get down one of the alleyways, about halfway point, and you start seeing the lights of a MP's vehicle. You decide maybe not the best way to go towards the lights. You double back, head down another alley. That alley at the end.
Come on! I got a place we can lay low, and I'm gonna start taking them to Percival's.
All right. So
taking as many back alleys as I can.
Do you cut through the alleyway that's blocked by the MP vehicle?
No.
Because, like I said, as you doubled back from the last one,
So this is a big city. There's more than one alley.
currently you're in a cross-section alleyway, though.
Ah. I
Down.
thought we exited that. Never mind.
We're still in this.
This is what happens when we play Theater of the Mind.
situation. Bitch, it would still be Theater of the Mind even if we were using a map.
So basically, I'm just gonna assume the passageway to the north has the MP vehicle.
So far, you've gone to the north. You've doubled back to the west. Both have been occupied by MP vehicles. You start heading to the east when you hear coming from the south a voice of someone saying, "Hey, over this way." As you look back, you see it's the individual who managed to bust past the grunts, kind of flagging you guys down.
I'll go towards him.
Yep, we're headed that way.
All right. So,
Yeah.
as you get closer, you see that it's a gentleman in a black suit and with a black trench coat kind of overlaying it. He's got his. You can see his hair, which is a deep red. He's flagging you to what looks like a brick wall. He pulls out a small data pad out of his pocket, kind of connects it to a port you just noticed on the wall, and he types something into it. What was once a wall begins to shimmer as you see a glowing door kind of appear. A delta triangle is on it, and he slides it open and says, "Quick, get in."
I go in.
All right.
I don't have time to quit things. I ain't going to jail.
I'm gonna be the last one in. Make sure everybody else gets in first.
All right.
Steven? I'm gonna stop right beforehand and go, how can I trust you?
You really can't. But are you gonna deal with the MPs over me?
Fair point. And I'm gonna...
You cut. What?
I said, you make a point. I'm gonna enter in.
All right. So you enter in as well, and
I'm the last.
The couple commoners follow you in, and he slides in. And the door slides shut behind you guys, leaving you in what would best be described as a behind the booth of I want to say rave, but I guess that would be the correct term. As you can hear loud thumping music from just beyond the wall. And the gentleman kind of sits down, says, "You can take a small break here."
I'm gonna go to a corner and basically try and make myself as small as humanly possible, and just try and make them forget about me. Just like...
All right. So you hunker down in a corner. The commoners kind of catching their breath are very much not necessarily in shock, as this seems to have maybe have happened to them a couple times, but very thankful at least of you guys, as two of them pull out some supplies out of their pockets. They're like, "Here, you guys take this as our thanks. It's the least we could do. It's 1 unit of water and 1 unit of food.
For each individual?
Just one total."
Okay. I'm not gonna go out of my way to get up to go get it. So if you want,
yeah, we'll deal with that in a minute.
I'll take it.
All right. So you gain 1 food and 1 water.
Yeah. And I will actually make my way over to the younger one who's trying to be small and go, "Here, you probably need these more than I do." And I'm going to offer out the food and water.
He's gonna look down at the mask, very hesitantly reach out, grab both of them, and basically kind of tuck back into his corner and go, "Thank you."
Don't mention it. And I give a small 2-fingered salute. And I head back and post up to wait out this coming storm.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to do?
Can I make a streetwise?
Sure.
What's this dude's deal? Like, I'm not gonna ask him directly, but this is some weird stuff going on here. Like, imagine like walls with keypads, a room next to a rave, guy in black trench coat, just,
I mean, it's not too unusual for
No, but
your
like
setting.
It's like, I'm just trying to figure out, is this guy like a runner, or is this dude like a go-getter, is this good dude just some dude that owns like this back alley area? If I can try to figure that out.
Go ahead and give me a streetwise.
Eh, 12.
You're not entirely sure about this or about it. There's not much to go on other than the triangle
Fair.
that you saw. You're not able to get a read on him as he's just kind of sitting on a piece of furniture that's in the back room here, and he's kind of looking through his data pad still.
Is it
Alright.
antique furniture?
Uh, give me an appraisal check.
This was me just grabbing at a joke. Yeah, 5 doesn't.
Yeah, you really don't know. I was just looking to see maybe Noctis Noctis knows a little something about antiques.
Quote unquote antiques.
But nah, he's not able to identify any of this stuff.
So, you're gonna hear a very loud sigh as Virgil releases all the pent up like concentration, and everything, and his effect of
The decompression sigh.
it's more so he's letting go of his change and basically turning off his power. And then he's going to kind of look over the mask and see dings, anything in between, like what is.
Give me a appraisal check.
Okay, give me 1 second. What is appraisal associated with? Because I'm looking at it in the skills and
I believe it's intelligence.
It would be a knowledge. Let's do knowledge. Wakamundo, or in this scenario, knowledge void.
19.
19. So you recognize this as a Voidbringer's mask, a mask that all Voidbringers wear. That it's not necessarily the same. Let me put that bluntly. It's not necessarily all the same mask, but each one wears a mask to hide their true nature, as most of them hate the fact of what they've become. This is not something that's naturally grown. It's something that each one creates for themselves.
How valuable is.
To the right collector, it can be nearly priceless. But where you are currently, you probably guess that no one here would want it, other than maybe I don't know, one or two people you may have met in passing. But even then, you're not entirely sure if they would actually buy it.
Okay.
Currently, it's best to be kept as a keepsake, or just gotten rid of.
Okay.
Or use it as a fun masquerade mask.
Or that.
That sounds like a way to have the MP come after you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Can I do another check really quick?
Sure.
I want to use a magic item check to see whether or not this could be used as crafting.
Sure.
15.
15? Actually, yes. This, if given the time, you could break it down into max shards, load them into ranged weapon ammunition, and use them as a very, very potent form of poison, basically, against spiritual entities.
Okay. But yeah, I'm doing all this and basically just trying to make myself seem as small as possible.
Alright. Anyone else?
I'm just gonna post up against the wall. I'm assuming, even though we can hear the thud of what sounds like a rave in the background, I'm assuming like we might. Are we hearing anything else, like footsteps on the other side of the wall, or?
Yeah, the wall is from where you are to outside where you just were, or well, where you were about a minute ago, you can hear nothing. It sounds like whatever they're using to keep the sound in also keeps the sound out. As when you were out there, you heard none of this.
Really, really good soundproofing.
Virtually
You
perfect.
could murder somebody in here.
And nobody would know the difference.
No one would know.
I'm just going to post up in like the corner, and I'm just gonna like kind of sit there, and I'm gonna kind of like rub my shoulders that were kind of like stabbed at by the bite wounds.
Oh yeah, you're hurt, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you actually bleeding? Like, is there a noticeable like scent of iron?
There's probably like one cut that you see blood coming from. Was probably like the biggest hit that I took.
Virgil would probably scramble over and like kind of like you're sick in terms of height.
I'm like 6 feet. I say go ahead.
Virgil is a younger guy, but he's like 17. He's about 5'7", so he's shorter than you. He's gonna like tap on your shoulder, and he's kind of gaunt, very like skinny. For being 17, he's only like 100. He's gonna go. I don't know your name, but you crazy. Do you mind if I take care of that?
Yeah, is it gonna cost anything?
No. You're helping to protect people, and
I kind of like if he's doing that, I kind of sit down, like I kind of like lean against the wall and I slide down. I'm like, sure, yeah, can't be too careful around these parts.
So, I'm going to put one of my hands out, and the same kind of energy is going to wrap around the area, and over the course of effectively 3 rounds, which is like what, 8?
It's like 20 seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds. How many hit points are you missing?
10.
You'll heal up 10.
Okay. I kind of like watch the little orbs fly around. I'm like, so, kid, what's your name? If you don't mind me asking.
It's Virgil. My name's Virgil.
Nice to meet you, kid. That was some good stuff out there.
Yeah, I didn't want to go missing. I know that those things make people dis.
Yeah, those things can be some right buggers. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you did good protecting those people. Name's Reyner.
I'm gonna offer my other hand after it's done healing to him. Nice to meet you.
I give him my like right hand shake. At this point, would it be appropriate to describe characters?
Yeah. Since things have cooled down now, you can describe away.
Does anyone want to start?
After you.
You first.
All right. I mean, so as you kind of as I extend my hand to shake, I let go. I kind of get back on my feet. You see a man about, again, like 6 feet. You're not quite sure the inches. If I was to describe just appearance-wise, this dude looks filthy. Like, you've seen some pretty filthy people here, but his face looks like it's like splattered with like these stains. His fingers itself look like they're like almost black. He's got like oil and stuff around like his clothing, which is basically this white shirt.
What
And
was
it's got
white?
What was white, probably maybe like this beige at this point.
The color of dirt.
The color of dirt, sweat, and tears of poverty. And pants, or what, like these kind of like ripped up pants with some little pockets, almost like a version of cargo pants. If I was to give you like a description, think kind of like Scooter from Borderlands, but not like redneck. Scooter.
And copyright.
And another strike. God, we're making all of it today. Session
Got
0.
Got like, and the pants have like these two little like sides that hold what look like these like pieces of scrap metal in these various looking objects. Doesn't seem to be carrying anything else on him. Very minimalistic, but white shirt, maybe like a small little like, maybe like a vest, probably not, and just some pants. Got some messy blonde hair, or what used to be blonde, probably like brown around the edges, and that's about it.
So you're me next, Cal.
I'll take care of mine. Why not? So, standing kind of opposite the small gathering, there's a roughly 5'7" individual with short, as well kept as you can get it in these parts, brown hair, hazel eyes, just kind of slowly taking off the red bandana around his neck and wrapping it around what appears to be a cut on his forearm, and it's just pulling it nice and tight and basic first aid for himself, just to stop any serious bleeding going on. A very tattered denim jacket and jeans with a black what looks like t-shirt underneath.
Nice. As I do this appearance and basically description, I'm going to notice you basically bandaging your wound and going, do you want me to help you as well?
I mean, if you're offering, but remember, resources are tight here. I'd feel better knowing that you're taken care of instead of me.
Huh. Unlike y'all, I kept low to the ground. I didn't take anything. So I'm gonna walk over, and similar to what happened with Reyner, my energy is gonna wrap around the bandaged area. And how much hit points are you missing?
12.
12. It's individual, each individual, right?
Yeah, per person.
So then, yeah, I can restore you up to full as well.
Dope.
What you see is a individual with kind of a more form-fitting but tattered hoodie. It zips up in the front. It's kind of got a coloration of white and gray, and where you would get up to the neck part, and when it clasps through, it has more of a balaclava that has kind of some holes in it instead of a scarf, like he would have a scarf. He doesn't have it on right now, but most of the time it's what he uses to hide his rebreather. His eyes are very red, like almost albino. But they actually have the normal coloration underneath, so it's just off. His hair is a shorter, unkempt whitish gray, kind of like silverish, right? That looks like he's been cutting his own. He's very, very thin, kind of malnourished. But he's about 5'7", and he weighs about 150. And that is Virgil.
All right. So, as time continues to tick on while you're hiding out in here, eventually a person from what you guys have up to this point assumed was a rave kind of comes back and kind of looks at Mina at the gentleman who let you in. He's like, "All right, they're gone." The gentleman kind of nods and he's like, "All right, well, if you guys want to head out, I can let you guys out."
Yeah.
Why'd you help us?
Well, the way I see it is you helped me, I help you. Plus,
It's a good philosophy to keep around here.
it's a very good philosophy for anywhere. And he points at Reyner. Plus, that guy right there has fixed my data pad a couple times. Sure, he doesn't remember me. He's always busy when he's over in the duck.
Can I make an intelligence check to like try to remember who this dude is?
Sure.
That's an 18.
I mean, through the mask, through the mask, you really couldn't tell. But yeah, you think you've seen him around the duck a couple times. You're pretty sure you've repaired that data pad as you look it over as he's holding it up. That looks kind of familiar. It also shows some signs of your work on it.
Some miscellaneous things that kind of how it was repaired. Like, yeah, that looks like my work. Yeah, I think I helped that around there. I helped that get fixed. It's been a while though, or at least I can't quite remember when I fixed that up.
Hang on.
Still running all right.
Oh yes, very much. It wasn't too long ago when I actually had to get it repaired. And I mean that's seeing you guys out there is more than enough to have me want to repay the offer. And let's be honest, I'm just kind of looking you guys over. If you want, I have a couple things that need to be done.
I'm always looking for a way to gather some semblance of resources. I'd be interested to hear about it at least.
Yeah, I'm always interested to take some work, but I'll need to hear about it first.
Well, I mean that's more than fair on my part. And you, as he kind of looks over to Virgil.
As long as it's not anything terrible.
I can't promise you're not going to run into more Voidbringers. They crawl around the city like a goddamn plague, but not all of them are that bad. So I really can't promise you anything.
And the MPs don't do anything to take them down? At least the rowdy ones?
We're not people down here. I mean,
Yeah.
no one gives a shit.
I mean, the kid's got a point there.
He's very much right.
And I'm gonna look over at Kyle's character and kind of cock an eyebrow. Like this is something you should like. This is a known fact of living down in the scum.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we got assistance just floors me, and the fact that I offered assistance is one of those where it's like it's uncommon, but for the character, he's more willing to do it just to keep people to not hurt him or
And let's be honest, this isn't even the worst district out there. You got a couple 20 more beyond this that are even worse than this.
Yeah, that's where you get the gangs and all that going rampant, right?
That's where you get the
Then-
monsters.
All that.
So, what we
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
what do you go by?
you can call. My name is Mino Kazu.
Mino,
Mhm.
Mr. Kaz.
I prefer Mino, to be honest.
Okay. What do you need done, and uh, what's payment? Like, what? How can you incentivize?
Well, he kind of looks you guys over. He's kind of ponders for a moment. Well, I could pay in what few credits I can get. It's not much. I mean, you guys know how hard it is to get credits down here. However, my hands on supplies. No, that's a little bit easier.
seeing my current situation, I would go more for the supplies than money.
You live and die by supplies down here. I'm not in a position to argue about supplies. You may not be able to find or even have as much to do with credits down here. Most things trade through resource.
You have a point.
Yeah, yeah. Stuff.
One more time, he glitched.
Sorry. Yeah. Stuff. Stuff would be nice. Supplies.
All right. I think we can work it out. I mean, as long as you're willing to do some minor running around in the 72nd.
I bet. Yeah, I basically live here. Run around ain't that hard.
Yeah. I'm gonna be on the streets for a couple more days before the shelters let me.
If that's the case, he kind of just sticks a hand out from it while he's sitting. He puts his hand out, expecting someone to shake it. I think we have ourselves a deal.
I'll step up.
All right.
I'll shake it.
All right. He shakes your hand, kind of looks over to the other two, offers it out again.
I shake his hand.
All right.
I will very cautiously step forward and shake.
All right. Since you're being cautious, make a perception check.
Spot.
Yes.
I'm getting garbage, so yeah, that's a 9.
All right. As you're kind of looking him over, his trench coat, which you originally thought was black, is lined with red trim, which seems to glow in the dim atmosphere of this back room. His face is pretty gaunt, but well off for being in these lower districts. But he seems pretty on level.
Yeah. Where are we off to first?
Well, he kind of rummages through a box that he pulls out. He's like, "Well, I need this delivered to a couple gentlemen that, where the hell were they? They were somewhere nearby." He kind of looks over the box one more time. He's just like, "Shit, what the hell was that place?" I believe it was. Yes, no. He works out of the that warehouse that's a couple blocks from here. He work. Unfortunately, he's one of the gang members of the Orange Takers there.
Okay. For for my payment and for the transportation of this item, because I don't think you want us walking around with it just out in the open.
I would prefer if you didn't. However, if you do get caught, there's no issue with it. They're
I'd
not
like a
going to
bag.
find anything.
I need a bag.
A
That's
bag?
what I want. It's something I can carry things around in.
Oh, yes, I can do that. I mean,
Something a little less conspicuous than just a box.
If you could give me a backpack,
oh,
I'll take it over in that.
Can I make a streetwise?
sure.
He mentioned that we're supposed to deliver this to the Orange
Takers.
Can I make a streetwise? It would be a knowledge local history or whatever.
Yeah,
to
knowledge
try
local history.
Okay. That's a 13.
13. So you recognize the gang's name, but you know that they're not like one of the big gangs. These are like small fry, to be honest.
Okay.
And what they're known for is mostly just some drug dealing and maybe a couple weapons charges. Nothing
And-
severe.
Before we get too far down this road here, what's your affiliation with this gang? Are you like close friends, or is this one of those trying to undermine the gang? You can be vague with it, but
He shakes his
I'd
head.
like
They're simply just a customer.
fair businessman trying to make a living.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, I just want to. Just want to know what we're supposed to say. Get to the gang. This
Me
person.
no
in the
sends
gang.
his regards.
I mean.
No, it's not a bomb. But
Are we just saying that we sent by you, or are we supposed to be saying?
We have the package.
you could tell him I sent. Did you have the package from me? You could tell him that, or you could show him this as he hands you a small data chip. You just hit the button and it shows a hologram.
Okay.
So I know it's a bit
That sounds
awkward,
good.
but could I get the bag now? That way I can transport it in it.
Yeah, no. Just give me a minute to go rummage one up. Sure, we have one somewhere in the back store, in the back lots. He helps himself up and excuses himself for a moment.
Low key, for both Luke and Kyle, it's very hard for him to hide his excitement, especially since he's got water, food, and a mask in his hand, and
So,
sorry.
It's definitely putting a smile on Noctis's face.
as Mino is making his way out, I need you guys to make a perception check. Or spot check. Sue me.
That's an 18.
18,
21.
21,
Padawan.
and Noctis.
I got an ad. Hold on.
Got an ad.
13.
That's a 1. Big.
Okay, so you're not exactly paying attention to it, but the other two are. As you see him duck through the what you best described as a door, maybe more of a cloth hanging over whatever entrance it actually is. You see on his back is again that same upside down triangle or upside down delta symbol.
Interesting.
I've already. Yeah. Okay. Can I make a? There isn't a knowledge mechanical, but could I use craft mechanical or electronic to try to like figure out anything about this or the data chip in particular, if it's like a high quality one? I mean, I know I
Yeah.
can just
Give me a knowledge technology.
another knowledge. Okay, that is a 22.
22. So you look it over, and relative to the area you're in, this is of really high quality. Like, you've worked on that data pad of his before, and compared to that, this is about 6 or 7 times more than that's worth. And as you're looking it over, on the side opposite of the side of the upside, you again see that same triangle. It's a simple triangle with a single dot in the center.
I've already rolled like I think I've already rolled a. Yeah, no. Can I try to re-roll to understand what this symbol comes from?
Sure.
What would I be rolling?
Roll a
A knowledge local lore?
local lore at a -5.
Okay. That's a 7, so no.
Yeah, it's still at the back of your neck. It's crawling and creeping on you, but you're not able to identify exactly what it is.
If before he comes in, I just look at the two of them like, yeah, this is some high quality stuff here.
Yeah, it's better if we don't do anything dumb.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this is some high quality stuff here.
Wouldn't want to cross the dude that's, offering to give us food and water.
I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying that this is some high quality stuff. Keep that in mind.
That just means he's got something to toss around a little bit. He's got some leeway.
So 2 minutes pass, and he comes back with a bag slung over his shoulder, which he kind of drops to the ground. He's like, "Will this do?"
What type of backpack are we talking about? Like a lot of pockets and a lot of.
It seems to be a more of a not a duffel bag style. Stupid brain. It's a single pouch bag with a flap that kind of covers over it.
It's a satchel.
Best way to describe it is satchel.
Yeah. That would be great. The item will.
One more time.
The item will fit in.
Oh yes, it should fit in there.
Then yeah, I'll transport it in that.
Appreciate it. Well, if there's anything else you guys need, let me know. When you return, don't come through the back door over here. Go around to the front. Go through fuck brain, why you do that?
Foyer.
Yes. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Go through the Dameron up front. It'll look like a normal junk shop up in the front. Just ask for me and they'll let you through.
Got it.
So I'm going to go up to the bag again cautiously. Take the item when he gives it to me. place it in first, and then place the water, food, and mask in off to the side.
All right.
One more time. Could I hear who exactly we're delivering this to?
Bring it to the Orange Takers gang.
All right. No one in particular.
They'll direct you to who needs to get it from there.
All right.
And as we're on our way out, how far is their turf?
About a couple hours from here.
Okay. So I'm gonna head towards the back because he told us to go out the back but not come back in the back.
Well, he's waiting for you guys to let him know when you're ready to leave. He's going to open up the door. But
Yeah.
once you
I'm
guys
ready to leave if y'all are.
I'm ready to go.
I sling the bag over my back and nod. Yeah, let.
all right. Well, you have my thanks for undertaking this. Just try not to get yourselves killed, I guess, the best way to put it. As he slides the door open, kind of peeks out. All right, you guys are good. MPs are gone.
All right. Thank you again.
Mm-hmm. Make a spot check as you guys head out.
18.
18, 14,
12.
12. So, again, everyone here,
Just go.
everyone here sees or is looking down the alleyway towards that intersection where you guys were, and you do not see the corpse of the fucking Voidbringer, as you remember it having disintegrated. You also don't see any of the battle damage. The missing pipe has been replaced, and everything has been kind of set back to normal, almost as if it never happened.
Interesting.
And at that, I think for session 0, this is going to be where we draw the line and close out for the day. Any problems with that?
No.
All right. So we thank you for whoever's watching this. This has been our session 0 of The Webs We Weave. We will be trying to do this every Saturday and getting them out as soon as possible. Once again, thank you. I have been your DM, Ted. And these guys, introduce yourselves one more time.
Noctis Reinhardt, played by Kyle.
Virgil Nordstrom. My name's Steven, and be safe. Have a good.
All right.
Reyner, played by Luke. Try to have fun. Life's too short to be serious all the time.
Nah.
Take your own advice.
Once again, thank you guys. We will be trying to do this more. This was fun. And thank you guys.